Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. Out here in the shop, windy and cold today. Got up this morning, 22 degrees. Well, actually, it was 23, and about the time I poured my first cup of coffee, it dropped to 22. That was the lowest I saw it go. Oh, it's only maybe mid-40s right now. It's a cold day, and the winds are blowing, so it was calm earlier, but now the winds are blowing and it's cold. So, anyway, remember the Harbor Freight pump? That one's working just fine. That's the one I repaired back in 2 years or 3 years ago or something like that. Anyway, the other one is repaired and it's back up there in the backup unit, and I marked it OK 12/9/25. So it's all boxed and put away, so it's safe. And it's out of my little jaw clamp. Now, for those of you going to be moving off grid, or those of you who are off grid, if you see one of these things in a yard sale or anything like that, or for a good price, get one. Trust me. This extra set of hands has come in really, really handy. And I've used it over and over and over again. I used to have a kid named Tony working for me, and when he left and went to another job, joined the union and went to another job, I named this thing Mechanical Tony. I wrote it on here somewhere, but no need getting that deep into it. So anyway, I got my tempered glass that I found from that freezer on the shelf over here. I took the two brackets off of it. I got the plastic tray up here. That'll make a really nice wading pool for the chickens when the summer comes. They just like to stand in the water when it's hot and cool their feet, and that cools their whole body temp down. So, got all that done, and got a drill here in my bit. I got a bit in my drill because that one wrench would never fit over the screw that I had to hang it on. The little slot in it was too small. So I drilled the bottom of the hole out so it's like a keyhole. It's got the bottom is larger, and then it goes up, and it's smaller, so it locks down on there and it won't fall off when I pound on the workbench. Same thing with these two, but these two had the holes big enough already. So that's another thing I got done today. Then I did some work outside because the Houdini dog, Limpy, escaped again. I couldn't believe it. She actually squeezed through a 7-inch high hole between the glass piece that I put on the other side and the metal that was at the bottom. She tore a hole in the chicken wire and squeezed through that little opening. So if she wouldn't do it on this side, I also put a board across there. So now she can't go through either one of those. Although she's still trying to get out of there. She doesn't like being in there, but I've got to keep her in there for now because I can't have her getting pregnant. All right, so I got this stuff all ready to close up because it's getting cold. I'm going to go in, and I don't usually have lunch, but for some reason today I'm hungry, so I'm going to go in and grab something to eat. But before I do, let's go over this way. I think I'm going to build another small dog coop because Cloudy Day likes laying right here or right there. And sometimes in the middle of the night I hear her out there, and she's short hair, and it's kind of cold out at night. And the weather forecast says that we're going to see temperatures for a week straight so far, maybe longer, with temps down in the 20s, the low 20s. That's cold. And I don't like that. I don't like that cold. I like the heat. I'm a hot person. I don't like this. I don't like that freezing cold stuff. Anyway, look at this. Thank you, Tony and Leanne. I got it installed. and it's working. So this one, of course, is disconnected. I took this tank out because I'm going to take that tank in tomorrow and get it filled up as a backup. And then on another trip when I go down that way, I'll take tank number 3 down there and get that one filled up. And then I'll be able to rest easy knowing that I've got enough backup propane to keep me warm even if things go really south on me. So anyway, I put a flare fitting on here. Before that I had a nut and ferrule on it, and I have heard people say, it's going to leak like crazy. All right, it leaked one time. I tightened it up a little bit more and never leaked again. And all of this has been leak tested. It's not leaking. So I got that all squared away. Also, it didn't come with a grommet for up here where the tube goes through. And I put a grommet on there because I didn't want that thing vibrating and moving and scraping together steel against copper. The copper would lose and I'd end up with a propane leak out here. So I made sure that I got that grommet in there to insulate it. And that's another item that you should have if you're moving off grid. Go to Harbor Freight and get they sell a kit. It's a plastic kit with all different size grommets. Those things come in handy for a lot of things. So anyway, I got the hoses connected properly, and I've got it switched over to this one, and it's showing green, and it's also showing it's in the green here. So tank B is running right now, and I'm in good shape. But tomorrow I'll have tank A back over here and rehooked up again. And then I'll order the third fitting for that one. And I'll run that one down on my next trip and fill that one up and get it right in over here. Just standing here with a chain going around it and hooked to the hook so it doesn't fall over if there's an earthquake or anything like that. But I'll just keep it there. And I don't really need a third hose. And I don't have to make the hose reach over for it. When this tank is empty, I'll pull it out, replace it with this one, stick it in there, and then take that one down and fill it. So I'll always have 2 full on the site and one going for the fill up. So it'll be 2+ or almost 3 full tanks all the time. That's what I'm going for. Until I get my methane biogas unit going. Get some biogas made, and I can use that for running a lot of things. Everybody goes, "Oh, you're going to use poop for gas and you're going to cook with that?" And trust me, the methane does not smell like poop. It does not. When it's burning, it burns clean, and there's no soot or smoke or anything like that. So you can use it. I mean, people have been using it for a long, long time. So don't worry about that part of it. All right. So I got that part done. And I've got water in my barrels from the last rain. These are full. Or almost. They're about there, about 7/8 full. So I'm going to be transferring that down to my garden pretty soon, because I'm down to, maybe a fifth of a tote left of water down there. But I also captured all of this water. So I got those 2 that are a third full, and these 2 that are a fifth full. And that's because those siphon down to this one once the water gets up above the top level of these. So I had the valve open in case I didn't know how much rain it was going to get. So I just opened the valve, and I just keep an eye on it. If the bottom tanks are showing that they're full, I just have to step out my back door right there with an umbrella and knock this switch down like that. And that's it. It cuts off the siphoning, and then these can sit here like they are. So I'll be draining or transferring all this water down to the other unit. Now, I just got contacted today by another company. I hope that wind's not bothering you too much. Let me step around the corner here. So anyway, yeah, I got a contact by another company this morning, and they make a solar irrigation controller, they called it. But it's got like 4 or 5 hose connectors on it. It's 1 hose input and 4 or 5 outputs. And it's programmable to 1 through all of them. You can program them all for different times and amounts, and you can set them for how many gallons you want to put through them. It's really an interesting little item. So I can't wait for that to come so I can review that. And I told them I didn't want a commission on those. When I refer them to my viewers and followers, all I want them to do is pass on a discount to my viewers and followers. So you guys can get a bonus out of it. Because I shoot a video anyway, so adding in a product while I do a video is no big deal, right? All right, so got my stuff all ready to go here, and the weather breaks. I'm going to get out and do some prospecting and replenish all my gold that I had to sell off to survive, and go from there. I also need to get a new primer ball valve for here. I got it in the van, and I bought a set of them at Home Depot, but they were for Briggs & Stratton, and I was just hoping that one of them would fit here. Neither one does, so I'm going to return those, and then I'll have to see what I can do. I looked up on Harbor Freight's parts website, and when I got to primer bulb, it said not available. Go figure. That's the part that's going to wear out first, and they don't carry that replacement part? What the heck? So I'm going to, when I get some time, I'm going to sit down and definitely give them a piece of my mind about that, because I can't go buy a whole new auger just because the bulb went out on it, the primer bulb. That doesn't make sense. So maybe they'll start making them or start buying them from a company so they can put them on their replacement part list. All right, so that's about it. I got one of my lead weights here that's going to go out to the garden to hold down that those new covers I put on the potatoes. And then I've got some more of those over here, right inside here. So I'll get those over there and weight some things down. And I got all this lead to make these pieces right here. That's heavy. I mean, that's a good 6-7 pounds right there. I got all of that when I was in construction. I was doing a remodel on a strip center, and it used to be a health clinic, and they had a couple of x-ray rooms in there. So the walls inside of the x-ray room were all lined with sheet lead. Before they put the drywall on, they put this 1/4-inch thick lead sheeting on the walls. And when I was tearing those walls down to open it up and make office space, I saw all that lead, and I said, yeah, don't throw that out. Put it in the trailer. So my guys put it all in a trailer. So I put it all in castings and made these castings. These came from lead ingots actually from the metal place. But I said, yeah, I mixed that with a little bit of tin or something, and I can make myself some bullets if I need to. So I've got the bullet casts, so why not, right? All right, so that's that. This was the little tool I mentioned yesterday for taking the valve stems out of those Schrader fittings. So this comes in handy. If you see one of those in the automotive store, always grab one and keep it with you, because they come in really, really handy for when you're off-grid. Anything that you got air tires in it. But I like switching all my air tires over to solid rubber tires and metal rims, not plastic rims. The plastic rims out here in the dry heat, they just get super brittle, break, and they're done. All right, everybody. Let's see. Did I put my paper in my pocket here? No. Huh. Anyway, got to leave you with a little joke. Just a shorty. What kind of keys do you need to unlock a banana? Monkeys. 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 All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me. This is G Bear signing off.